got something kind of cool right here. I mean, I'm not an expert on this stuff, but it's some kind of coral fungus. And I just think that's kind of neat. Like if a guy said to me, hey, I got some coral fungus I'll show you for a nickel, I'd be like, okay, I'd pay that. All right, so I'm on this section of trail and hit this one little area right here, and suddenly it smelled like a truck stop. And I look over, and there we go. It's our old friend Anglepod. Not this thorny vine, that's just a smilax species that the Anglepod is growing up. Anglepod is the one that is wrapped around there and has these elongated heart-shaped leaves, some of them quite big, and that weird looking flower. Pretty gothy, right? And it smells weird. It smells like a locker room. And looks cool though. But yeah, it's not going for your normal like moth, butterfly pollination. This is going for fly pollination. So a lot of things actually are pollinated by flies. People don't realize that. It's anything with wings that can carry your pollen from one flower to another. There's probably a plant out there that's trying to attract it to do just that. And lots of things end up being fly pollinated, so you know, something like this. Then also pawpaws are fly pollinated, and their flowers look like they're made out of meat, just little bits of meat hanging up in the trees. And this looks like some, I don't know, rotting something, I don't know, anus, whatever. Just not super conventionally attractive, I guess you would say. But it's because it's not trying to attract conventional pollinators. But anyway, it's in the milkweed family of Pollinaceae. You got opposite leaves. If I were to damage it, which looks like it's kind of already damaged out here at the end, it'll probably bleed latex. Let's see. Yep, snapped it off right there. And you see that white milky latex coming out. So that is a characteristic of this whole family. And so when this thing, if these are successfully pollinated, I don't see any yet, but there should probably be later on in the season big seed pods hanging down from this thing that look like weird milkweed seed pods, which already look weird. And they'll pop open and it'll just be a bunch of really large pappus fluffy seeds that are easily wind distributed. But yeah, vining milkweed of sorts there. Weird flowers, fly pollinated. Good times, smells like a gym. We got a little bit of a nightshade gallery here along the walk. So this one is black nightshade, which sounds scary, but it's not that scary. It does end up looking a lot like the thing called deadly nightshade, which is probably the plant that gives the most bad name to the nightshade family. But it is a little bit different. The fruits end up looking somewhat similar, but black nightshade has flowers and then the fruits that result from them in little clusters like this. You see this is a little cluster of 3. This is a small plant and it's been eaten by deer, as you can see. So I probably can't find another example of a cluster there, but you can see that. Deadly nightshade, the flowers and the fruits come in ones. They're just singular. So this is a black nightshade, and it is Solanum nigrum. It is in the same genus as tomatoes. So Solanum contains this and tomatoes and something else we're going to see right down here. So let's head down this way. Before we get to the other Solanum species, actually right next to it, let's stop and take a look at this thing, because this is also in the nightshade family. But you see these flowers, very different than the flowers we just saw, which were tiny white things in clusters. These are larger, yellow with a dark center. They face downwards, look like a little skirt hanging down. This is some sort of physalis species. The resulting fruits will be a little husk type thing, which, well, looks like an unopened flower. I don't really see any fruits developing on this one yet. It's still pretty small, pretty young, but this is the same genus as ground cherries and tomatillos and all that. So it's those husk fruits that hang down like a little papery lantern that have a little berry inside when you tear open the papery lantern. Right next to that is another Solanum species. This thing. This is a really mean plant. Same genus though as tomatoes. This is Carolina horse nettle, Solanum carolinense. Look at those thorns all along the stem, even thorns on the underside of the midrib of the leaves. And this will have a nightshade-ish, I mean, it is a nightshade. It's not nightshade-ish, it is a nightshade flower eventually. And it will set these fruits that look like little round tomatoes, but pretty sure everything about this plant is poisonous. In addition to the thorns, it just screams, don't eat me, humans. So we won't eat it. But anyway, I just thought that was pretty cool. And you can kind of see some common traits of the nightshade family amongst all these. First off, alternating leaves. So they're not in opposite pairs to each other. They alternate along the stem. Also, this sort of loby, irregular leaf that you see here. Less pronounced over here on the physalis species, but it is kind of loby and irregular there. Kind of a wavy margin. We go back over to the black nightshade. It looks very similar to that physalis actually. But you have this sort of wavy margin, irregular, loby leaf. Anyway, oh, there's another example of those flowers. Much less developed, but still in a little cluster right there. Oh, there's more down here. And they hang down, dangle their antlers downwards. These have recurved petals. Typically, you're going to see 5 petals in this whole family. Anyway, just thought that was cool to see. Bam, bam, bam. Just right back to back. Good examples of things in the nightshade family. 2 of them in the same genus as probably the most popular nightshade out there, tomatoes. I guess potatoes might be in the running for that title. Anyway, let's keep going. Well, I'm debating on going up there to show you guys a closer view of this. There's a lot of briars and gross stuff here, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for you. Just thank me. Because I want to show you guys the angle pods. I've shown you the flowers. I've shown you everything else. And there's the pod. There's 2 of them. Here's the leaves. Like I said, those long, elongated heart-shaped leaves. Milkweed family. See if I can get a little closer here. And you can see why it's called angle pod. The pod has angles. Pretty dense, hefty fruit sitting there. When I say fruit, I'm just talking botanically. It's not edible. But yeah, hard right now. If I were to damage it, probably leak a lot of latex that might make my skin react. But yeah, big ones there. Super cool plant. Just saw it off the trail. Figured I'd come over here and show you the rest of it since I showed you the flowers and everything else about it. Neat. All right, well, I'm not a great mushroom identifier. I'm not a fungus guy. But I know this one. And this sucks because that is a choice edible mushroom. That is chicken of the woods. And it is, I say it sucks because it is well past its prime. Other people have much better luck finding these things than I do. I just found this one and I was like, I saw it from way over there on the trail. And I got really excited. I get up here and it is, I think, well past its prime. It smells like rotting fish. There are flies, gnats, and ants all over it. There's another one down there, but I think it's in the same condition. So that sucks. But anyway, super cool mushroom and huge. If I had been here at the right time, if I touch it, bunch of gnats and flies come out. So that sucks. Probably filled with maggots at this point. Got something over here. I'm off trail now, so hopefully I don't step on a snake or disturb some other thing. But there's some sort of Vernonia there. Get over there. It's a little bit different than the ones that I'm used to seeing, but super cool. Look at that. That's definitely some kind of Vernonia. Figure out which species that is. I don't think it's the one I'm growing, actually. I'm growing Vernonia niviborescensis, and it has longer, more lanceolate leaves. So, yeah, I'll figure out what this is. I don't know if any of the seeds are mature enough to collect at this point, but maybe this is something I could come back for, grab a few seeds, get it in cultivation. But yeah, we'll see. Super cool. Awesome colors. God, that mushroom smells like shit. All right, so forgive the background noise. I am here by the road, heading back to the truck. I'm at the parking lot almost, but saw this over here. So this is a little bit different than the angle pod that I've shown you back there. But this is is very related. So you see heart-shaped leaves coming out in pairs. You see these 5-petaled flowers that are maroon, looking meaty almost, and sort of a nectary disc there in the middle. And yeah, this is a Carolina climbing milkweed. So this is a climbing milkweed. We got some bugs there. I think those might be what are called milkweed bugs, but I'm not a bug guy. They're doing it. Let's give them some privacy. But yeah, so this is a little bit different, even though it's similar in a lot of ways. And once again, not going for like butterfly, beautiful, happy sunshine pollinators. It's going for like fly pollination or something. Flowers look almost like meat, and they smell weird too. I just took a whiff of this. This is a little bit different. Also smells bad, but this smells like an armpit, where the last angle pod smelled like a crotch. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and this will probably have big milkweed-like pods hanging from it at some point. I don't see any at this moment. But yeah, super cool right here on the edge of this controlled burn that they did. Looks like they did a pretty good job. It was a low fire, just enough to kill off all this thick overgrowth that they had. And the roost is popping back, and a couple of the bigger trees survived. So this is a nice little burn that they did here. I saw New York ironweed growing over there and a few other really cool plants. But yeah, just saw this one, and I just had to stop, show you guys, and talk about it, and give it a sniff.